So I got some new press-on nails. I like. Anyway, so I just finished watching 1,000 Pound Roomies. And child, a lot happened. Right off the bat, Jazz family agreed to support her during her weight loss journey. Well, through her weight loss surgery journey. Which is great to see because they were pissing me off getting upset about her wanting to have the surgery. If this is something that she wants to do, then support her. And yes, there are people that did have the bariatric surgery, well, weight loss surgery, and they had complications. And there are others who didn't. But if she wants to see change in her health and in her body, why not support it? Anyway, then we cut off to Nisha. She was prepping to make sea moss, and I think she did it a bit wrong. I think you have to let it sit for a couple hours, shit, even overnight. But anyway, okay, Miss Wellness Queen, I'll give you your props. Next, we see in Jazz Confessional talking about that she's experiencing a lot of pain since taking the shots and since losing weight. Before we found out the reasoning, this was my thought first. She said her knee pain has been getting worse and worse. And I was thinking that, of course, you're going to experience pain because you've been overweight all your life. So now that you're on a healthy weight loss journey, your body is reacting to that. It's not used to those type of changes. And all that extra weight probably put a lot of pressure on her joints over the years. Then we jump to Nisha talking about her situationship with her little friend. And I have to agree with Jazz on this. Girl, if you were actually being honest with yourself about that man and what you really want from that man, it will probably scare you. If neither of y'all want something serious, cut it off already. 19 years is too long to be playing around. Then we jump to Jazz saying that they both should weigh themselves. And then Nisha said that she didn't want to weigh herself. Babe, you've got to weigh yourself. I can tell that Nisha's clearly afraid to know how much she actually weighs. And I get it, but that fear is holding you back. Next, Nisha came off a little negative this episode. I like Nisha, but I think we need more context about her background. She has a serious history of abuse in that church cult. And I think that trauma shows up in how she carries herself. You can tell when someone is confident within themselves, including the choices that they make, versus someone that isn't, even when they're joking. Because I noticed with those two ladies, when they be cracking jokes about each other and about themselves, they're very insecure. So I found out later on that Jazz and Nisha connected from being in those groups. I think the SSBBW. I found this on a forum. They probably said it in the series, but I didn't see it. What I'm gathering from the group that they were in, it seems as though that Nisha thought that they were very comfortable with their size. But maybe Nisha's coming to realize that Jazz was never comfortable with her size because Jazz is choosing a different path. She wants better for her daughter, and that's driving her to make changes. Nisha doesn't have those same responsibilities, so her motivation is going to look different. That shift can definitely change their dynamic within their friendship going forward, especially as Jazz continues her weight loss journey. It's not about the physical changes. It's emotional too, and the people around you. Look, I'm going to go back to y'all keep commenting saying that Nisha is not a good friend. She's not a good supportive friend. Y'all keep saying that she's the problematic one. But have y'all been paying attention to Jazz and the shady comments that she be making towards Nisha? Like, let's not act brand new. I keep saying this. Jazz, you need Nisha's help. And that last scene, she was coming for her car, her small car. Like, let's be real. You need her to drive you. Not only that, Nisha cooks for you. She cleans the house. That's just not a friend. That is a support system. So when people say Nisha's not a good friend, I'm like, are we watching the same show? What show are y'all watching? Anyway, I'm glad that the producers, well, story producers or film producers, they're actually showing what happens in a friendship when you decide to go down a different path. And I'm glad that we were able to see a scene with Nisha's friend, well, Nisha and Jazz, mutual friend. In this scene, the girl asks Jazz, like, how do you honestly feel? Like, are you jealous? Because we all wanted to know as well. Like, you are going to be a little jealous. Maybe, I don't know, if that jealousy can motivate you to make changes within yourself. Maybe that jealousy can have you reflect on what's going on within yourself internally. Last thing I want to mention, I was reading comments from others saying, like, why does Nisha keep telling Jazz that she needs to eat, she's trying to sabotage her. She's not trying to sabotage her. When you take those shots or anything regarding bariatric, you have to intake a lot of protein and fiber, or you're going to have weak bones. She wasn't eating. You have to force yourself to eat, unfortunately. So that's why Nisha was telling her, you got to eat, you got to eat. Some of y'all don't seem educated when it comes to the bariatric journey.